Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Unlock Your Learning. In this video, we are going to solve ICSE Mathematics Class 8 Chapter number 30 Probability Exercise 30 Question number 3. A normal die is rolled. Calculate the probability that the number on the uppermost face when it starts rolling will be what? Okay, same type of question it is, right? We just have to calculate the probability of the number that can come on the uppermost face of the die, right? So first part says 5. What is the probability of getting a 5? First of all, if you will roll a die, what are the possible outcomes that can be there? 1, there can be 2, there can be 3, 4, 5 and 6. Out of these, any one you can get when you roll the die, right? So 5 is just coming one time in these total possible outcomes, right? Let's calculate the number of total possible outcomes here, right? As we know, a simple formula that is there for calculating the probability of any event, that is number of favorable outcomes, right? If you have to calculate the probability of any event, you have to calculate the number of favorable outcomes, right, of that event and the total number of possible outcomes that are there, okay, in that thing. So that's the simple formula, right? And we can calculate them both. What is the number of favorable outcomes? It is the number of times you can get a 5. How many times you can get a 5? Only one time, right? So favorable outcome will become 1 only, fine. Now you have to calculate the total possible outcomes and this will remain same for the rest of the question, fine. What is the total possible outcomes? Just add up as many outcomes are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? Favorable outcomes, right? Just add the number, right? You don't have to add 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's wrong. What you have to do is, this is one outcome, okay, this is another outcome, okay, total 2 possible outcomes, then third outcome, fourth outcome, fifth outcome and sixth outcome. Total outcomes that are possible are 6 in number. So you can write it 1 upon 6, right? And that is the probability, simple thing, fine. Then you have the probability of not getting a 5, right? This time we have the probability of not getting a 5. What does that mean? When I roll the die, I should get any other number but not 5, okay? So out of all these 6 numbers, if I will remove 5, so what is the favorable outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, right? There are only 5 favorable outcomes because one number, which is 5, is already removed. We cannot get 5, right? So 5 is the number of favorable outcomes. Total possible outcomes will still not change, that will be what? 6. So 5 upon 6, right? That's the thing. You can put this 5 back up, right? It's just to explain, right? There's nothing we've got to do with 5. Now see, it says what is the probability of getting an odd number? Again, look carefully and it's a very simple question. Look for all the odd numbers out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 is odd, 3 is odd, 5 is odd. How many odd numbers? 3 odd numbers. How many favorable outcomes? 3 favorable outcomes, right? As many odd numbers, that many favorable outcomes. So you will have 1, 3, 5, right? So here the probability of getting an odd number will be 3 upon total number of outcomes, which is again going to stay the same. So 3 upon 6. What is this? This is 1 by 2, half, okay? So that means if I roll the die, there is half the chance of getting an odd number, right? Either an even number or an odd number. The next part says what is the probability of getting a prime number, okay? We all know the smallest prime number is 2, okay? And it is also the only even prime number. So if one prime number is 2, 3 is 3 prime, yes. Is 5 a prime number? Yes. How many prime numbers? 3 prime numbers, right? 1 is not considered prime number, and 4 and 6 are composite numbers, right? They have more than 2 factors. That means we are down to only 3 numbers that are prime numbers. Again, as many numbers, that many favorable outcomes. As many prime numbers, that many favorable outcomes. There are 3 prime numbers, so 3 favorable outcomes. Fine. Total possible outcomes will still remain the same, that is 6. So you can write it 3 by 6, which you can simplify to get 1 by 2 or half. So half a chance of getting a prime number as well. Then we have in the 5th part, see here, a 3 or a 4. What is the chance of getting a 3 or a 4, right? So it's also very simple. Here they have combined 2 events, the event of getting a 3 and the event of getting a 4. It is combined, so the probability will increase as well. See, out of 6 numbers, one number is 3 and another number is 4. Total 2 numbers, so as many numbers, that many favorable outcomes. So 2 numbers, 2 favorable outcomes, right? So in the numerator simply 2 will come, and upon the total number of possible outcomes, it's never going to change. It's going to be 6 only, 2 by 6. Again you can simplify that, it is 1 by 3. Fine. Okay, then in the 6th part we have got a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4. So again it's just like the previous part, only here more numbers are given to you. How many digits are given? See, 1 is given, 2 is given, 3 is given and 4 is given. So total 4 digits or 4 numbers are given to you. When these 4 are there, possible outcomes also become 4. Okay, and sorry, when these 4 are given to you, the favorable outcomes also become 4. Okay, and the possible outcomes will remain the same, that is 6. So in the numerator we will have 4 as the number of favorable outcomes, and in the denominator we will have 6 as the number of what? Possible outcomes. 4 upon 6, that can be written as 2 upon 3. Fine. Then what again we have got here in the 7th part, what is the probability of getting an even prime number? Okay, very simple. In this world only one number is even prime number, which is 2. All the other prime numbers are odd, right? So very simple. Favorable outcomes will become what? Number of favorable outcomes will become 1, because out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 2 is the only even prime number. So 1 upon the total number of outcomes that are possible, right? That's still going to remain the same. So 1 upon 6, and that is the probability of getting an even prime number. And friends, this is all for today. If you are new to my YouTube channel, do not forget to subscribe and leave a like on this one. Till then, take good care of yourselves and bye bye.